The Indian Community by Pruta Patel. The documentary you're about to see is about the Indian community in Jersey City. It is about the changes that have occurred and the development of the Indian community in Jersey City. It will inform you about the main industry, which is an important place for all Indians because it feels like home there. The purpose of the documentary is to inform people who don't know about the Indian community and the meaning of it to Indians. Also to help the new Indians who have come to America for a new life know that they don't need to leave their culture behind. Industry is the main part of the Indian community. It includes apartments, restaurants, temples, and Indian stores. One of the temples on Indian Street is the Govinda Temple. It includes statues of Lord Krishna and Radha. In many jewelry stores, they sell gold frames and little statues of God to keep them in our cars, homes, and stores. Dosar is one of the South Indian restaurants which sells idli, dosa, vada and more South Indian food. It is a pure vegetarian South Indian restaurant. Fresh food sold in these restaurants include samosas, pakoras, sandwiches, spring rolls, pani puri and more. Indian sweets include laddu, kaju katri, halwasan, rasgulla, gulab jambu, jalebi, barfi and others. Sabzi Mandi is one of the good Indian grocery stores which sells fresh vegetables, medicine, snacks, Indian candy, powder, oil and other Indian frozen foods. Big Bazaar is also a good Indian grocery store which sells Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Guyanese, and Asian groceries. Uncooked foods like rice, spices, flour, noodles are sold in these stores. There are many Indian clothes stores where they sell saris, chena choli, Indian wedding dresses, and salwar suits for women. Married women, brides, young girls also wear saris. We wear them on festivals, weddings, special occasions, and in everyday life. Navratri is the biggest festival that is celebrated on Indian Street. It is supposed to be a 9-night dance festival, but we celebrate it for 2 Fridays and 2 Saturdays in the end of September and the start of October. Boys wear pajama and kevya. The girls wear chanya choli. Holi is another festival celebrated in honor of Lord Krishna, where we play with colors and wish each other happy Holi. It is played in the temples. Jewelry we wear include necklaces with earrings. They are long, short, light, or heavy and are mostly worn on festivals, parties, special occasions, and sometimes in everyday life. Bangles and Mangalsutra are two most important jewelry for married women because that is the sign of them being married. Interviews of people who have lived in Jersey City for more than 20 years.
I'm here with Jyotiben Patel and Dayabhai Patel, who have been here for the last 25 years of their life in Jersey City. How was life back then in Jersey City when you first came here?
When I first came over here, it's very hard life in the Jersey City area. And Indian Square only have one Indian store, and they don't have any Indian restaurants. If you want to eat something, they have to go so far from in Edison. And that time, no one has to have anybody have a car. It's most important. They don't have any more transportation and no car. That's why very hard to go, and not even much people any Indian. If you go to the Indian Square, you cannot go to alone. That time there was too much robbery and too much crying and everything. Now is okay. Now is much better. And before was when you see any Indian couple and any people going to be like very happy. Now everywhere is Indian.
Okay. Are people jealous today of you guys? Because the Indian community has developed so much over the years.
Yes. There's a lot of people is jealous because Indian community is going to be very hard worker and very good and everything is nice. They have to thinking always. They have to make money to work hard, and they give it to the good education and everything from our children. Not like our society, our community has to first preference. They have to give it children, our children, and after they have to look at the all like society,
Okay. So, what were some of the experiences you experienced? Like, did people look at you in a way that you didn't feel safe?
Oh yeah, before was unsafe. Now is okay. Before was we cannot go alone without anybody. If you want to go to group, that's okay. If you go alone, they're not, their skin race before was. Now is okay. Now is a lot of people, any other countries, everybody is there. That's okay. And now it's a lot of Indian store and Indian restaurants and much better now.
And Dayabhai Patel, how were the circumstances back then?
When I came from India, in USA at that time, that here no good circumstances because the many kind of people are harassed to the Indian, hate to Indian. And at that time, there is no good food for Indian food, vegetarian, not another circumstances to eat the food good of India, just like India.
Are they more accepting now?
Yes. Now there is so much good people accepting the Indians, and another people who is come outside another country could go do some festival, temple, taking food in Indian restaurant, buying some grocery, clothing and everything of some goods just like an Indian.
Thank you for the interview and telling us about your life from the last 25 years in America.
For all the people who do not know about the Indian community is huge, and one important part of it is Indian Street. The end.